I gave you time to think about what I wanted to say, but I couldn't think of it. Still can't think of it. No, here's what it is. You know, I think another thing, how do I say this? You know, sometimes we can forgive other people, and that's so important, and we'll talk maybe a little bit more about this. It's so important to forgive others, but you know what I've learned? One of the most difficult things people have is forgiving themselves for the mistakes they've made. And you know, people, well, Joel, I blew my marriage, or Joel, God told me last week, Joel, I spent 20 years of my life on drugs. Well, you know what? You can't do anything about the past except learn from it. But you're not going to be who God created you to be if you're all down on yourself, feeling guilty, condemned. I've got too many flaws, too many weaknesses. No, learn to forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made. God's mercy is fresh and new every single morning. I said it earlier. You would not be alive unless God had another victory in front of you. Come on. God wouldn't have left you down here to just take up space. You have something to do. So, you know, the enemy is called the accuser of the brethren. He'll try to remind you of every mistake you've ever made. But I think about, in the Scripture, God's called the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. I can understand how He's the God of Abraham. Abraham was the father of our faith, a great man. Can understand how He's called the God of Isaac. Isaac was extremely obedient, even willing to be sacrificed. But when it says He's the God of Jacob, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Jacob was a deceiver. Jacob went around cheating people. You remember, he stole his own brother's birthright. Jacob was known for his poor choices. Yet God is called the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What was God saying? I'm not just the God of perfect people. I'm not just the God of people that have never made a mistake. I'm the God of people that have blown it. The God of people that have failed. The God of people that have had a rough patch. It's interesting, later in Jacob's life, he got things turned around. He got on the right path. God even changed his name from Jacob, which means deceiver, to Israel, which means prince with God. He could have been known as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel. That would have made more sense to me. That would have been politically correct. That was his new name once he was redeemed and restored. But no, God left it on purpose, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to forever settle it. I'm not just the God of perfect people, I'm the God of imperfect people too. Now you may have